evening. I hope you can all see me here. If you're joining us from Facebook, I have found Maureen, so hopefully she will be able to join us soon. And I apologise if you were on Facebook. We had terrible trouble trying to get the Facebook Live going. Maureen now in a minute. And we will have some action there. I see some of you coming over from Facebook, so thank you. I love technology, absolutely love it, not. But if you are just joining in, we are going to be chatting tonight with the fabulous Maureen, who is a breast care specialist and has her own story, amazing story. But Maureen is also the lady who had the article on RSVP the other day, talking about how she found the body butter from Journey Skincare and Beauty, my own range here, to be a miracle cream, and completely sold me out in minutes from the article going live, which I'm extremely grateful for. And let me see, can we find her now? I've sent her a request, so hopefully she will get it now. And she's an amazing person. She has an amazing story behind her. And where are you now? Let me just see. And she is a great character, and she has loads of, she's full of information, full of knowledge, and she will hopefully be able to help a lot of you. And it's amazing what I could listen to her all day long. She's there. Hello, Maureen. Let me get you on here. I've sent you a request, Maureen, if you can see me there. Hopefully you're able to join me now. Let me see, Maureen. Right, let's get you on here. I've sent you a request. I did, but yes, hold on. Okay. 1 second, Maureen. I have you here, and I've seen your invite. Let me see. Right, we're getting there. I can actually see you now, so bear with me 1 second. I think I added you on your other page, Maureen, but I sent you an invite. Came up on my phone, but not here. Okay, and can you click it on your phone? Oh, hang on, hold on. Are we in? Hold on. It's coming. I've sent you a request. I should have it requested now, Maureen. God, I hate technology. 1 second, it's waiting for Maureen. So let's see if she come up in a second. So if you are new on this page anyway, I'm Rona. I own Journey Skincare and Beauty, and thank you so much for all your support over the last few months. It's only a new Irish brand. It's a chemical-free range of natural skincare suitable for people who have very sensitive skin, very dry skin, and also who are going through cancer treatment. So it's usable to that. I always say patch test anyway, and check with your oncology team if you're unsure if you're on other medication. Okay, what is going on here? Let me just have a look here. Maureen, I'll get you on here. Okay, maybe Mary, thank you, Mary. So it's probably, Maureen, you're probably going to need to be on your phone rather than on your computer, if that's possible to swap over to that, and I'll keep yapping on here as we're going. Because, yeah, I think Instagram and Facebook, although I think it's more Zoom calls, you do better on the computer. I just use the phone for everything, so I don't like the camera on my laptop, which is why I'm on this. So anyway, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the product that Maureen has been talking about all week. So if you saw the article on RSVP, Maureen talks about the body butter. So it's the Monoi Whipped Body Cream, and this is it here. Finally back in stock. It completely sold out within minutes of the article going live. It is back in stock. All the products are back in stock this evening, and I have about 2 million orders ready to go out there, which are being collected first thing in the morning by the courier. So anybody who's waiting on a delivery, it will be with you within the next day or so. And thank you for your patience. It was just a crazy, unexpected week. But we're on top of everything now, and everything is in stock. Everything is getting so slow with deliveries, with everything to do with, so another request there. 1 second now. Okay, it's saying now, Maureen, you need the latest edition of Instagram to join. But look, I'm going to keep chatting to you anyway for the moment. Let's go and find. Yeah, if Maureen just okay, well, are you going to change to your phone now and try and connect again? Is that? I think that's what you're saying. So anyway, I'll just keep talking until we can find you. So this is the Whipped Body Cream here. So it comes like this, but when you take it out of the container, it comes out like this, but it changes into an oil as you're rubbing it into the skin. And it leaves the most gorgeous illuminating glow. That's grand, Maureen. I will see you in a second. Let me know when you're on your phone and I'll add you again. It leaves the most gorgeous illuminating glow on your skin. It lasts for ages and it does, let me see if we'll get you. God, I hope I can get you here. Right, I'm inviting you again, Maureen. Because there's no way I'm going to cover what you were going to talk about tonight. I'm on it. Okay, hold on. Let's see if we can get you. Just bear with me, guys. It is so worth the wait when I get Maureen on here. But okay, go live at Maureen. You aren't able to join. Ah, what is going on? It's saying go live at Maureen. You aren't able to join. I honestly, God, guys, I give up with this. So what I'm going to probably have to end up doing is going to do a video. It says, I think it says that you haven't got the latest version, Maureen. But what I'll have to do is do a video with Maureen together, just like a Zoom call, and then post the video for you. Then you can ask any questions after it. I don't know why it is doing that. I've never had this before. So anyway, we'll have to just keep going for the moment, and Maureen, I will chat to you in a few minutes and we'll do a video call and tape it, and we'll work it out somewhere, or else we'll rearrange another night to do this when we get our technology sorted. All the products are beautiful on your skin. Thank you so much, Karen. I'm absolutely thrilled with this range. It's honestly, I've worked so hard to get this range. I've always wanted my own range of skincare. I spent so many years with helping people to cover up skincare, and that's what we did back kind of 80s, 90s, noughties. We kind of covered everything up and made you know, tried to mask everything. So now as I got older, I've decided, you know, it's time to treat the skin. And Maureen, that's grand. I'll see you in 5 minutes, hopefully. If you have another phone or something, maybe you can connect with another phone. So yeah, basically I wanted to have a range of products that were suitable for mature skin, that were suitable for sensitive skin. So if you don't know where my journey started, I wrote a book 12 years ago, which is called, it's over there somewhere, Look Good, Feel Good. And that was I wrote it for the Marie Keaton Foundation. And in the book was basically, like, again, we're going back to when there was no technology, there was no Facebook, there was no Instagram, there was no Google. Back in the old days when, you know, you just had to go and do a course or whatever. So anyway, I wrote this book and I donated all the proceeds to the Marie Keaton Foundation. It's still actually available on the Marie Keaton Foundation for only €5, and they get every penny of it. But it's a very basic book on how to do makeup. So step by step, literally how to do smoky eyes, step by step how to do a day makeup, and then it goes into each individual section, how to do eyeliner, how to do lipstick, everything basically broken down really simply. And then I had a section in it that was for cancer patients, so people going through chemo and radiation. I got them to research what products I could recommend, which is really, really few products. It was some of the products from La Roche-Posay were allowed to be promoted. And then we had basic step-by-step makeup tips on how to recreate eyebrows, how to recreate lashes. So again, it's about looking good and feeling good. Oh, hang on. Let me see, hold on. I wonder if I sent a recipe for you. Hold on, okay. Bear with me, Maureen. Hopefully she gets on. So yeah, we had
Hi.
Oh thank God, thank God.
After all of that.
I wasn't prepared for it. So I was thinking to myself so much. So great to see you. You look amazing.
Never talk about the stress of that, of trying to get on here. Jesus.
I know, but listen.
I had the full bottle of water. I said, "Where's the wine? Just give me the wine, someone, please."
I tell you, I could nearly shout into get a glass myself at this rate because I was going to go. I hadn't prepared to start talking to myself. I was all dying to hear your
Oh,
conversation.
bless
Thank you
you!
so
How
much
you
for all
kept
the help.
going.
What did you do in the end? Did you swap over a phone or something?
Do you know when you said that it wasn't updated or something? I said to myself, "Let me just update it and see what'll happen if I just update it." So
Yeah.
that's basically what I
You're
did.
here.
So
Oh, I'm so relieved. I'm so relieved. So relieved.
now I have to try
Thank
and
you
find a
so
way
much.
to adjust this phone so you can see what I need to do. So
Yeah.
I'm going to
The
go
first,
haywire.
the first live I ever did on my Facebook group with the over 40s group, and the sound went completely, and we were like, I was talking, and 5 minutes later it was a disaster. So I just hate technology, but I'm delighted to see you, and thank you so much for joining me tonight. I know you were
No
busy
worries.
live. And firstly, thank you so much for your article with RSVP last week. As you know yourself, I talked to you earlier on, it blew my brand out of the water, and so many people who probably never thought of this area have now
Yes,
started thinking of
this
this area,
area
and
and the
which
lines on
is
the
so
neck. See,
important.
I will, because people probably thought but that's photoshopped. There's my
Yeah,
lines. Do you know what I mean? It's like there they are. So
exactly.
I'll even hold the light up so people can actually see.
Yeah,
There's no.
amazing. It looks amazing.
So
And
I've always used a moisturizer, but the thing is, when you're trying to find a moisturizer that actually works, it usually just kind of like it ends up kind of how would you put it? Like pieces of your skin are peeling off afterwards or something. It's like a residue. And
basically this,
yeah, I
yeah.
don't know what it is. And you couldn't, even if you put it on your face, you can't put makeup on. So I've always moisturized, and that was the one thing. And people get so much sun damage on their chest, and I do not have any lines on my chest whatsoever. Absolutely none.
Well,
So
I mean, you've even encouraged me. Like I've always moisturized myself. I was being a makeup artist, but I tend to always stop around here. I
oh
never
no, the
really
whole way down.
massage anywhere else. And since talking to you during the week after your article, like I'm just blown away by what you're able to do with massaging. And
Yeah.
so tell us a bit about your background first of all, and what your speciality and where you started with
Well,
all this.
Well, I'm a breast care fitting specialist with Nicola Jane, and I work with post-mastectomy, post-surgery women. Well, I've had one or two men in as well to talk to me, but basically it's post-mastectomy for ladies. And a lot of them would have lymphedema and that kind of thing going on because they'd have lymph nodes removed. And some women with lymph nodes removed don't have lymphedema, but a lot do. So I specialize in advising on what type of compression bras or bras to wear after that. And also, like, when a woman loses her breast, then it's like they need to get back up to shape-wise to get them symmetrical again, that kind of thing. So it's my passion. And
Yeah.
you know me for God knows how long
Long time.
in
Well,
the
I knew
industry.
you probably, well, it was about 8, 9, 10 years, and we worked together for a long time
We did,
years
yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
And then I was
I think
happy
we
to
actually met. I think we actually met, I'd say, close on 15 years ago, maybe.
probably, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I remember you always trying to get me when I was going on TV or doing a show or something, and you'd be saying, God, you've great eyelashes, Maureen. Would you not try the lashes? And you got me to try them once when I was presenting a show. I was emceeing a show, and you got me to try them. And the way it turned, I was like, I said, I can't do it. I can't do lashes. I kept, instead of speaking on the microphone, I kept concentrating on this extra
On the
weight
lash.
on my lashes, But anyway, you were the only one that could actually do my makeup. And it was interesting when I heard you talking to Mary the other day. You said to her, it's you have to move with your age.
Yeah.
And, even though I was in late 30s at the time, or, early 30s at the time, I was still kind of progressing. So we needed to do the makeup. And I had started, I used to put this liner under my eyes, and you said, no, we need to open you up here. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I've always moved with that. Like I kind of tend to use lightweight foundations and makeup. But my biggest thing was finding creams that if we go back to the reason I'm here, we were discussing something earlier on, and you said to me, Maureen, in all fairness, what age should a woman start massaging her breasts or looking at the skin in that area and taking care of them? And I said, as soon as she starts getting breasts. And you were a bit shocked when I said
I was like, what?
yes.
Really? 'Cause, like, I've only even thought about that, like, 40, nearly 48 now. Literally only started to check my breasts and to look at stuff now. Which, I mean, when you're saying it like that, like, I'm way behind, and I think this is going to be amazing for younger people now, because there's more and more as well. I've been sharing with Journey and the whole journey with Journey. The younger I'm seeing the cancer bloggers, like we have some amazing women who are only in their 20s and 30s coming out with breast cancer now, that you just didn't think of it back then. You just didn't think of it as something that a young person should have to think of, but it's becoming more and more common and people are talking about it more. So yeah, 100% they need to be checking from and massaging from a much younger age.
It's not even, you know, when you tell someone to check their breast, if you're dealing with the psychological side, they're not going to do it. Because, you know, I remember being 14, I had nothing. I'm like, I'd nearly get a couple of pairs of tights and just shove them in a bra just to make me look something, you know. I was very deprived. I mean, I was looking at my mum and my grandmother and my aunts, and they were like, you know, I had one aunt, she was a double G, and I'm like, oh, I'd love to be that. Now I wouldn't. But the thing is, we see them, and it's the whole psychological side to it. We see them as our weapons, you know, they're part of our body, they're part of the attraction, and that's part of being a human being, as in a female to male, you know, and how you attract the other side and what you have, like big booty or big boobs or whatever, right? And so we don't think of, you tell someone you need to check your breast at 14 years old, no, for what? I need to check them and buy the latest bra. So what I encourage young people to do is, listen, ladies, if you don't mind them now, they're going to be hitting the floor. So that's how I appeal to the young ones, believe it or not. And I just say, moisturize them, moisturize. Sure, they're mad then to keep them up, right?
Yeah.
You know, I have 5 children, and 2 of them I didn't carry their services, you know, but 3 of them I did. And I remember my son was born when I was 19. And trust me, what I did have looked like a pear hanging on a tree. You know, if you bent over, because I tried to feed him, but he was a savage. You just couldn't finish the breast, just give him the bottle. But the thing, well, signs are on, the size of them. But the thing is, I remember when I'd bend over, and Jesus, if you look at a pear on a tree, that's how it looked. Because your body goes into this whole shock mode that you have to feed. So I realized that I had very sore breasts. Extremely sore breasts. And when he was about 2 years old, I was 21, he was going through, I found my first breast lump, and it was in my left breast. And like, ladies, every single woman in the world has a small and a big breast, as in one is smaller than the other. So don't be thinking, now some women have a very different asymmetrical, right? But they are smaller. The right was always smaller. So I remember finding the left breast. I had extremely sore breasts as a young girl, and I could never figure out what it was. So when I was 21, I found my first breast lump. Now you can imagine at 21, Jesus, I have a breast lump. What's going to happen here? So I remember my sister's birthday, and I was going to her birthday, and everyone in the whole place knew I had a breast lump. I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm dead and buried, you know, down the country kind of thing. So I remember going to the doctor, and they told me I had fibrocystic disease. Right. So I produced a lot of cysts in the breast. So of course, this was something I suffered for years after the second child and after the third child. However, when I moved to Athenry, I registered with a GP service there, Michael McGloin's place, the Athenry surgery. There was a nurse there called Marilyn Joyce. Never forget her as long as I live. And she said to me one day, now I knew nothing about lymphatic drainage or anything else. And she said to me, they're very, very painful what you're going through. You need to go, there's a place in Clare Galway. I think it was Callista Beauty, I'm not sure. But she said to me, if you go over there and get lymphatic drainage, I get a couple of sessions. Now, I know that we have a few people on here tonight that have had mastectomy and are looking for advice on lymphatic drainage. You cannot use the service I used at that time because it's electrodes, and you can't use those after surgery, right? So anyway, I got booked my 5 sessions. After the 3rd session, I'd lost nearly a stone weight in water.
Wow.
Now, I didn't need to lose weight, but I had lost it, right?
Yeah.
And the girl told me, but would you believe that is 2000? So that's
21 years ago.
Years ago. I have never suffered with that breast pain since. Now, not to the level I had it at, right? However, Marilyn also gave me advice about doing lymphatic drainage myself each time. And she advised me to moisturize. I couldn't believe how my breasts actually came up. Now, my skin has no lines. My skin is firm, but she gave me this advice on how to, you know, look at where your lymph nodes are in the body. And from the day I started that, there was no more pears hanging on a tree. They were like up there, right? So I was like, and like I'm 54 and I'm not going to show my breasts, but the thing is, they look okay and the skin is good. But I discovered years ago after that, that when I was working with women, I used to say to them, start moisturizing your breast after your baby because it will come back up into shape, right?
Yeah.
And there is a technique how to do it. You can't just start lying down and doing that. And remember, when you're moving your right arm, you're using the muscles in the chest here. So you're also helping to firm up the right side, right? So then I used to so this is a technique that you use. You hold one hand under the breast, you bring the other down, you don't let go until you've brought that hand up, and you bring it right around. Now, do you see where I'm going in under the arm?
Under the arm, yeah.
Concentrate under the arm. Move, because your lymph nodes are up high in here. They're all here at the side of the breast. You bring it right up and you bring it right around. You also have lymph nodes here in the neck. This is why I continue to always moisturize here. The same the opposite side. You hold your other hand, you bring it right up around and bring it right down. You're constantly doing this. This is the routine. Constantly doing it, right? And then the same, the back, the other side, you're constantly doing. You're still holding on to the breast, but you're going up under the arm, Rona.
So that's pushing all the lymph up there
you're
into
draining.
to be drained away.
Back around, my hand is coming down here. You're constantly doing that. While standing up or lying down, it makes no difference. If you do that after your shower, it's a habit to form. If you do that continuously after your shower in the mornings and at night before you go to bed, keep going with it. And what you're doing is draining off the lymph. Now, I did promise some clients that are on tonight, and they were on about lymphedema. Now, lymphedema happens when someone has a lymph node removed. It doesn't always happen. Now, this is the thing. I know people that have had maybe a full clearance done.
Yeah.
And that could be all the lymph nodes, all out from here, all under the arm and down, all removed, no lymphedema. And then I've met a woman who had one lymph node removed. It was the sentinel node, bang, lymphedema down there. And that is so painful. They wear a sleeve. So basically, this is how I would explain it. And when I was speaking to the nurses at the lymphedema clinic one day, we were talking about lymphatic drainage and that kind of thing. And I said, if you can visualize, do you ever see a movie where you'd see a train in India?
Yeah.
Right. You can't see the train. There's that many people on it, you can't see the train, right? So if you can visualize that train as lymph. Lymph is actually a fluid in the body, right? And then the track is the lymph nodes.
Right.
If you remove one of those tracks, how is the train getting across?
It's going to do it, yeah.
So the only way you could be guaranteed that train getting anywhere is if it's at the top of a hill and the arm is up like that and just drain it off. That is the only way. So that's the train flying down. It doesn't even notice there's a piece of track missed. It's gone straight past. It's going that fast.
Yeah.
So if women that have lymphedema in the arms or oedema in the breast, which happens after radiation. So basically, the massage is what's going to work for there, but it has to be very gentle massage. And for women, would you believe a simple thing like just doing that to the arm can drain and to wear the tight sleeve? But I always say if they can go for lymphatic drainage, even women that have not had mastectomy, go for lymphatic drainage as often as you want to go, because it helps to get the lymph nodes going, to drain off all the fluid in the body. And as women, we retain a lot of water.
Yeah.
But when the lymph nodes are working, that water just can't be
it's fast tracking all that stuff. I just have a question there from Ruth. So she's just saying there, can lymphedema come years after you've had the nodes removed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just all depends. Like some people say, could it be diet? Could it be salt? Could it be other things? The thing is to avoid retaining water. Because the more water you have retained in the body, in the fat, the more you have to try and get rid of. So it's going to build up. But I always say to women, like when you're watching TV, up with the arms, you can't see I'm flexing my fingers.
Yeah. Oh.
Do you know, a great stretch is brilliant. You can just go, oh, yes, and bring it back.
When you do that, it does feel good. That it kind of releases everything, which obviously is...
It does. And some women have asked me, I had some questions earlier on when somebody knew I was going, they said, does an underwire bra cause breast cancer? I'm like, I'm not going there, girls. But let me put it this way. You have lymph nodes under here, right?
Yeah.
I always say to the girls, if you're going to wear an underwire bra, make sure you know how to wear it. So
or have it properly fitted.
You have lymph nodes here. My bra strap is here, but I'm not wearing an underwire because I don't wear them. I always say to women, try not to wear them during the day. If you're going somewhere and you have a special occasion, you need to boost the girls or
boost them up.
Yeah, but I don't. I prefer not to, right? They can be very uncomfortable. But the thing is, if you're going to wear one, I was shocked to hear a woman my age the other day to say they're like this, closing their bras behind their backs, like this. I'm like, okay, it's too loose, it's on the outside. And she goes, well, I can't get it any other way. And they find it very difficult. You should never close your bra in the back like this. Absolutely never.
Okay, well, that's how I would always do. So what, you saying to turn it around?
There you go now, like you'd be like this and stroke and then you could have one on the outside link and one on the inside link, and then it's sticking in your back. Or you just might close one link. I've seen women do that, and they run about their business and they have this bra twisted in their back. Basically, I have a mannequin here, right?
Yeah.
This girl in here, right? When you put your bra on, now I have a prosthesis in her bra, so I'm going to turn it around, right? When you put your bra on, close it in the front.
Right.
So turn it around. The easiest way now for me to show you that after that is, put your arms into it and lean forward.
And let them fall in if they can.
So basically, you're closing it in the front, right?
Yeah.
You're twisting it. And then you put your arms in, you do that, and you lift them. You just lift it in, and you just pull up your arms. It's done. So you don't even need to worry. But another thing is, you can actually put your thumb into the side of your bra here. I see women doing this all the time. Look, this is it. Look. Right.
Yeah.
It's in here.
I'd be one of these, yeah.
What you're doing is pulling the wire forward.
Right.
Over on top of the breast.
Yes, so, and I'm often cut there, nearly, actually, I can feel it in there now, yeah, it's actually in there, rather than actually moving the things in.
Put your thumb into the side, put your hand in, pull the girls over, and lift back. So now you've got your cleavage back, and at least the wire is not back in behind your bra, because there is no proof anywhere that it does or it doesn't. But my thing is, in the psychological side, or the medical side of, if you have lymph nodes there and you've got wires sitting on them all day, you're blocking your lymph nodes. So they're going to drain off. So
yeah, I mean, I would have seen actually my mother doing that when, you know, they always did the twisty thing where they turned it and did it. But just growing up, it was always just a matter of, and I would be one of these because I'm a bigger girl. So trying to reach the back, and I've often realized, like after half the day, that it's hanging on by one little thread, and that thread sometimes is stretched beyond. Jackie Corcoran is here saying, I couldn't imagine how to close it from the back. Always do it from the front. Sadly, nothing to hang in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's a very interesting.
They don't realize it. They don't realize it, and and then you have the other side to it, right? This is comical. My friends, I remember being out one night. We went to Supermax on our way home, and we were in Supermax and we were waiting for our order, and there was a lady came in, and honestly, the bra strap was up here.
Right.
It was up there. And the breasts were down here. And I'm like, oh my God, that poor lady.
Oh, I'm actually having a flashback. I'm actually having a flashback as I'm talking. When you just said that there's a second, I remember we were at the was it the Sosu fashion show?
I pulled you back.
You know, I'm standing there. It was a big fashion show, and next of all, from nowhere, you came over. I don't think I even knew you really well at that stage. She walks over and she yanks my boobies up from the back. She grabbed the two sides and went, "No, girl!" And these two just went up under me. I was like, "Yes! How did you do that?" I mean. But this is the whole point, and this is why it's so. that's
I remember it. Afraid I was going to do chippers.
Jackie Jackie was there that night as well. That's how I met Jackie that night as well. I actually had forgotten, but I'll never forget that. I was going, what is she doing?
Yeah.
But and this is why I was so excited to talk to you today, because there is no lessons given to teenagers going, this is how you should wear a bra, this is how you should put it on. Like, nobody talks about this, and nobody tells you. You just sneak in and you awkwardly buy a bra and go, right. Like, I've never been fitted for a bra in my life. I guessed my size. I still, as I put on weight, I just kind of go a little bit bigger in the thing. But I don't know if I'm wearing the right bra or not. I'm going to have to come out to you and get properly fitted. But there's nobody, like, even when you go to, like, I would have always said the people in Marks and Spencer's was the only crowd I ever saw who did proper bra fitting. But that was your mother and your granny went to them. You know, it was uncool, but I think it's so important to be wearing the right bra. Actually, Gail here is, can you ask, should you wear a bra in bed at night? Interesting question.
That's interesting. Now,
yeah,
for me, that has next to nothing. No, I wouldn't be bothered. However, right, for a person that has a larger bust, right, a soft bra that fastens in the front, is quite comfortable, and it holds the girls in place rather than you lying on top of them, you know, down the side. That is interesting because there's no for or against. It's whatever you're comfortable with. However, they used to say years ago it stops them sagging.
Yeah.
Well, girl, what stops them sagging is moisturizing them. The biggest thing here is hydration, inside, outside. We have the water inside. The problem is the hydration outside. You know, the Irish are great. I'm guilty of this. I remember going to the Canaries, 1990, first time ever there. I was your typical lobster. I lay on the beach and I just said, burn me. That's it.
Typical Irish lady.
God, I walked around for 3 days, not able to walk. And oh, Jesus, I'm burnt on my chest and the cheeks of my bum. Skull. Yeah. And we don't think of it. And I see people on holidays and they start having their few drinks and the bikini tops on or topless, whatever. And they're not drinking any water. It's the Asher, I'm hydrated. I've loads of gargling.
I'm hydrating with vodka or pina coladas.
And they're dehydrating themselves. And the biggest thing to dehydrate is the skin. It's there for the world to see. So if they're not using something that hydrates them all the time, big time, it's in trouble. But back to that lady, my friends were trying to stop me doing what I did to you. And they said, don't do it. And I said, Jesus, kill me. Because if I don't fix this woman's bra. So here's the thing, what women do. You see the straps of your bra?
Yeah.
Let me show you something. Women pull the strap so tightly that they have the back roads of back dry on their shoulders. It's like humps and bumps and dug in, and the shoulders are dropping. It's like big time. And the reason that's happening, girls, where's the weight? There's the weight.
In the front, yeah. In the front.
It's only a lovely little piece of material. So when you pull this strap, the weight's in the front. Now, if I pull this, where's the bra going to go? Up her back.
Yeah.
Now, some women say the only reason there's extra length, there's an extension in a bra strap, is because every woman is different from height from here to here.
Yeah.
So the reason there's an extension is so that it accommodates your height. So how will you know if your bra is pulled too tight, regardless of how it's in it? Lift your arm. And if your bra rises on your side, your bra is tight here. It should never rise. So the women said, oh, but I need the strap to hold up the bra, right?
Yeah.
I just said, have you ever worn a strapless? Yeah. I said, what was holding up your breast? Your ribs. So the bra must be fitted firmly enough on the ribs, and then you should be able to drop your strap.
Right, without you actually changing. So that's the more important bit, is the actual bra part, not the strap.
The frame. So they're fitting in the frame and the cup. This is only to silhouette it, to bring it up on the side, because it doesn't have the firmness or the boning of a strapless. So
right.
By having it fitted correctly here and here, see where my bra is? It's here.
Yeah.
It's not up here. It should be below the shoulder blade. But the amount, even the women's, I used to dress the president of the women's group in Ireland, and there was a big night planned, and Mary McAleese was coming. And all the girls were worried about, don't let Maureen near her.
I you wouldn't think so, yeah.
So I heard them. They didn't know I heard them. They were in the bathroom. So I literally went out to the first chance I got. I went to Mary McAleese. I said, "Listen, I'm a stylist, but I'm a bra fitter." I said, "The girls are terrified. I'm going to get near you. Do me one favor. I'm going to leave you quick. And you said the next time you're in Dublin, Maureen, pop into the Oireachtas give me a fitting, right?" She was brilliant, right? All of a sudden, the ladies who were meant to be watching me so that I didn't get near came running. And they were like, oh, everything okay? And they were going, oh, yes. I said, grand. And Mary straight off goes, do you know something, Maureen? That's so interesting. The next time you're in Dublin, please pop into the Oireachtas, she said, and give me a fitting. Bring the paper. Well, the likes of us, she was brilliant. They were terrible because they were all used to me that if I see a woman's bra halfway up her back, I can't help myself.
You're just going to go for it.
I did it on midday. We were all getting our makeup done, going on midday one day. I said, come here, Colette, I'll fix them. And Colette was like, okay. She's like, never met her before. It was my first time on her show because I was on Expose at the time. And all of a sudden I said, can I stand behind you and just put my hand in to lift the girls too? And she's like, okay. And it was brilliant. She said,
stayed into it, yeah, absolutely. I'm laughing at Jackie says, I'm doing all of these. I hope nobody walks into my kitchen with my arms up, feeling my own breasts. I love it. But you know, okay, here's a question for you from personal experience, because since lockdown we're on a third one, so this has been going on for nearly a year now. I probably haven't worn a bra for most of the last year. In lockdown, I'm sitting at home, even on videos. Okay, I did wear one tonight, just to clarify. But most of my videos, I'm from here upwards, my makeup videos. So I'm just like most of my pajamas on at the bottom of my, just a nice top and my pajamas on, and I've been just doing that really for the long day. Is it bad to be walking around with no bra?
I'll tell you why. Unless you have, if you have a big breast, this is one of the other issues that I discovered years ago, is the sweating underneath here. So if you have no bra on and you have flesh on flesh in the crease here, you're going to cause a sweat.
Yeah.
And you start to burn the underneath of your breast tissue. So if you're not going to wear a bra, I suggest, well, You can cause
Yeah, they're not big enough now for sweating. Let's just put it to that extent.
Well, we do sweat, and especially menopausal women, we sweat all of this area and all of
Yeah.
there. I swear to God, at one stage I thought I had a furnace inside. And I remember the husband saying to me one day, Jesus, it's freezing. I put the heating on. I said, don't. There's no internal heating here. It's like, whoa.
You get your own supply.
I heard Mary talk about it, and I said, oh, I hear that. And it's like, move out of my way. It's coming everywhere. So if you
did you see her little gadget? It's so funny. She has this little fan that comes around and literally blows air. But it's amazing. Like, even in the summer last year, she had it and I tried it. And I was like, what? I'd wear it in a normal day. But I'm waiting on my first flush. I'd say it's on the way. I say it's the mood swings.
If I take a glass of wine around it, it's like, move on my way. Remove the makeup. Remove everything. But the thing is, if you're not wearing a bra for a long time, Rona, you can cause the stretching, and we're back to lymph nodes again. You're not helping them, so it's nice. Do you know? In fairness, even if you get a non-wired one.
Yeah, I think I need, because most of mine are kind of more for the night out. I'm trying to hooshy them up, but I think again I need to get fitted for a proper bra and a comfortable bra that I can wear day and night, and and wear it all the time for that reason. But like all mine are wired, and then why does the wire always come out of one side halfway through, like exactly the same spot on exactly the same side? And all my bras, my left one always breaks in half for some reason. I don't know.
The washing machine.
Yeah, but it's always the same spot, the same side.
So which side which is the heaviest breast?
My right should be the heavier, and that's the side that breaks.
The right.
I don't think they're not that heavy that I'd be breaking it.
because does it break here in the middle?
Yeah.
Right, because you're doing this all the time to fix your breast up.
Right.
So
okay.
Without realizing it,
I have to start. Yeah.
You're pulling the right breast is heavier.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna wait. Wait, as I used to say back in the day. Okay, here's some questions coming in. I spray a little deodorant under my boobs, which helps with the sweating and burning. No. So Karen, that's a no.
Okay. So what type of deodorant is it? Is it an anti-perspirant?
Right, Karen, you let us know then what you're using on that. And in the meantime, where's a good place to get fitted? Obviously, the fittings, I presume, are closed at the moment with all going on. But if you were to go, I know you're living in the UK now, but
Bellissimo was always good in Ireland.
Yeah.
What do you call? Is that Bellissimo? What do you call? That's the beauty hairdresser. What do you call the other one? Bravissimo. Is that it?
Bravissimo. Right.
And there was another one in Dublin.
There's one. She's a friend of Jenny McCarthy's. I cannot think of the name.
Cream or something like that.
Peaches and cream, and she's the most loveliest girl ever. Brilliant. They are just off Grafton Street, aren't they? They're just one of the little sides of the Peaches and Cream. Yeah, she's amazing. Do
you know? I leave that with me, and I'll check out because I know there was a few in Galway. Of course, since I left now, there's no great fitters in Ireland.
Of course, Maureen. Of course.
I'm joking. I just have a very specific way of fitting that when you come in for a fitting, I'm teaching you. So that you don't need me to fit you again. So you recognize, this is another reason why I just say, if I can speak about that cream that you have, that miracle cream. Because, as I said, when I'm moisturizing, it's very hard to find one that will go oily and stay nice and keep supple and whatever. And by starting early to moisturize your breasts, you get to know them. Make friends with them. Give them names.
Yeah.
Mary Rebella or Mags, whatever. Give them names. And even when I was styling women years ago, I'd say, right, we need to get the girls up. And I remember in a restaurant one evening, I went in to get something to eat, and because I was rushing and I wasn't going to get to cook. And one of these girls, she was on the tear all day anyway. She was going to a wedding thing. And she said to me, she said, oh, Jesus, she said, Maureen, will you give my girls a lift? No, will you give me a bra fitting on Monday or something? She said, I give the girls a lift on Monday. It sounds better. Do you know? With that, hear me call it miracle cream. With the body butter, I was able to keep going. I'd say for a good 6 minutes on that side and then the same to the other side. and it still didn't dry in. And it was still as soft the next day. But I knew that because I hadn't done a great moisture in about a week, I was getting pain a little bit under the arm. You know, when the women are doing their exercise like I gave them, they'll feel soreness here on this line. They'll feel the soreness here, right? Because that is the line that's going down into the bust, and we use our arms all the time. So this gets sore, right? And you get a build-up of fluid. And I was able to keep going with that cream, Rona. I was blown away by it. I was, that was, of course, I smothered it. Sure, I didn't know I used a little bit. Sure, I was like one of these wrestlers that goes out all oiled up and going on.
Well, I personally find it very addictive. I find it's a bit like candle wax. So when you take it out initially, it's quite solid. And then it literally like turns to an oil straight away, and it's the most. What I love about it, it leaves your skin glowing for hours afterwards. But it's not wet oil. It's not like, it just gives you the most beautiful glow. I don't know if you can see it on camera there, but it gives you the most beautiful. And I suffer with really, really dry skin. So when I was getting these products made, you know, I said to her that I really wanted something that made you like. When the younger people bring out illuminating creams all the time, but they look shimmery, and what I find is when you've dry skin, it actually makes it look more crepey looking. So this kind of gives you a natural glow without kind of it's just a healthy glow, as opposed to looking like you've done something. It just looks like a natural glow on your skin. So it's great if you're dehydrated, and great if you're like really dry or sensitive skin. So I'm delighted you were so happy with it.
Well, so just eczema. So I was like, every time I use a cream on my face, or even the cleansing oil, I use the cleansing oil, and I'm prone to eczema, so my skin is very dry. Of course, menopause. If you think of that word, men are on pause. It's the menopause, right? Because everything just goes dry, everything goes cranky, all the sense and sensibility. You know, someone says, especially a man, if a woman says something to him, we can kind of say something nice to them, but if a man says something to us, we growl, you know.
Yeah.
Go away. Anyway, that's just like us when we're out in the wild, and the lions, you know, they don't want the fella near them, it's like we growl at them. So that's the menopause. But it dries the skin, something terrible. And I was waiting for the serum or even the cleanser to start stinging.
Yeah.
And look, with twins, 3 years old, and I'm 54 years of age, I don't have time now for this thing and this thing and this thing. I couldn't believe that I was able to take off my mascara, and I was rubbing this into my eyes, and no stinging. No stinging on my face, no sting. I was like, okay. I was waiting. I was actually waiting for it to sting. And it didn't. So I have to say, Rona, you've done a great job with that. But that body butter for my women doing their breasts, and especially helping with the lymphatic drainage of underneath the chest here. And those women that have maybe a sentinel node or axillary, they're up here. They're not here. So they still have these lymph nodes. If you haven't had these removed, keep rubbing them. Keep moisturizing them, keep them flowing, keep the wheels turning, as they say, in your lymph nodes. Keep them.
And what about the skin? Because a lot of people are asking me kind of the lines like on the inside. So when you're doing that's going to help that area as well, anyway, isn't it?
Well, as I said, and when I was talking to Paula, when you lie down at night, if I lie down, I sleep that way. So if you're dehydrated, you're creasing the lines of your. I have no lines here, as you can see. There's none.
Yeah.
Not one. Right?
Yeah.
So when you lie down, you're creasing it. And if you're dehydrated, remember you have to drink your water as well. But that cream, it sits on your skin all night to stop that dry creasing and the edging into your skin. So by using that, you're avoiding.
It's going to do that. Yeah.
Exactly. And especially that's why I was saying when you're on holidays, when your skin burns or dries out, I mean, you put a sausage on the pan, it starts to shrivel up with the heat. What do you think is happening to your skin? But you don't see it that way till it's too late.
Yeah,
you know.
100%. Let me just go back to a few of these questions here. Okay, what's a good deodorant with no chemicals?
Believe it or not, I was introduced to it. I'm not into these consultancy things, or joining this thing for that to be selling on, even though it's a great thing for people. However, with makeup or anything like that, I use a deodorant. One of them I use is from, what do you call that plant? Aloe vera. And the other one is from Arbonne, Arbonne. I use their foundation and I use their thing, and it's mint.
Excellent.
And it's really lovely, because the thing is, girls, you need to stop putting on antiperspirants, because what they're doing is blocking the sweat glands. And what's behind the sweat gland? A lymph node.
Right.
So by blocking those, you're not allowing, we have to sweat. But the thing is, washing daily, morning or night if you're over sweating. But I use, it's mint and something else in the Arbonne collection. I'll put up a picture later on.
Yeah, send me a picture of it even later on. I'll add it into on the page as well. Okay, let me just see here. So Karen had answered about spraying deodorant. She said yes, but I'm not sure what she was saying yes to. I think she was saying yes. She used spray deodorant. Definitely not spray. So that's something you need to change.
And the thing is, if you've got bigger breasts or sweaty breasts underneath, get a piece of muslin and put it next to the underneath of your bra. Piece of muslin. That muslin is a natural cloth. It'll absorb it. So you won't sweat as much. It's a natural cloth.
And there's a question coming to my head straight away, because sometimes when I take off certain bras, I'm left very marked, like underneath, like literally red raw. Obviously, that's the wrong bra. We just put it down to we boobs were up high that night, but you know, really, I have to start. I'm 100% going to get fitted for all my bras from now on. And there's again Spark. Okay, oh my god, I don't think any of my bras fit me properly. How often do you need to do the massage? Is it every day after your shower?
I do it if I have time in the morning. I will do it. If not, every single night. Now, before the boys came along, I did it day and night. Morning, after my shower, quick massage. Same the other side, quick massage. I have to do it, girls, because if I don't, my breasts will be as hard as that, and I will continue. I have 10 breast lumps removed from my left breast.
Wow.
All cysts. And the thing is, that's why I work. That's how I got involved in working in breast cancer when I was very, very young. I used to sew in the pockets into the bras, because I met all these ladies in the centre when I was going for checkup. So with the fibrocystic disease, I constantly get cysts. And of course, the cysts can turn nasty. So when I was saying earlier on, I have to keep massaging, because if I don't, that fluid will return. But also, when I was saying earlier on, when you start moisturizing very early, you get to know your breast. So every time you do it in front of a mirror if you can. Moisturize in front of the mirror. You're going to see something that's changed. Instantly when you see it. The amount of lumps I used to find when I used to do a Saturday fish clinic in different fashion shops around the country in Ireland. They would hire me to come in on a Saturday to provide a free fitting service for the ladies. And I would have to put my hand in to show them how to pull the bra out, fit in and lift. The amount of lumps I used to find was unreal. I hated it on stage. And I used to look, there's a card, go and get it checked. Don't be panicking until the thing is, I used to say to women, do you ever moisturize your breast? Do you ever rub it? Do you ever check? Oh God, no. But that's not a bad thing. I remember a nurse saying to me one day, she was talking to me about what I would do, and I was going for theatre to get a lump out. And I said, do you ever check your breast? Oh Jesus, no, I'd be afraid of what I'd find.
Yeah, that's a real Irish answer, isn't it?
Fear. Yeah. So I don't bother saying to any of the ladies anymore, keep checking your breasts. I say, keep moisturizing them, girls. Bring them up, because in their heads, I'm going to have big breasts. They're going to be
give yourself
like Madonna. I'm going to be doing this. And if there's a lump, they're going to find it. That's why I constantly say, keep moisturizing, ladies, because all the women want the perky boobs.
Yeah.
They don't want to find a lump. So if you say, I want you to check your breasts every day. No. Hope for that. No.
But it's more than the same moisturizing your face. Like if I could go back 20 years, I would be putting so much more time into my skincare back then. And I think, okay, the younger ones now are going to have more education on it than we had. But definitely, I think the earlier you get doing this, the better your skin's going to be. You know, the whole thing is going to be. Jackie's saying you need to use the hot towel for the salon spa effect, the face scrub. Yeah. Well, you already do that, I know, because It's fabulous. It's a real way. So basically with the cleansing oil, this is the Journey Cleansing Oil. So basically you massage it in and then you get a really hot towel, press it all over the skin. And like when you go to a spa, this is what I never understand. Women are so afraid, especially our age, are so afraid of treating themselves or making themselves feel good. And I think it's turning a little bit. I think people are starting to put more effort, especially since lockdown, more time into themselves. And it's only just 10 minutes a day to feel good about yourself. So with this, I love my skincare routine now. I look forward to doing my skin at night, and I love the smells going to bed because I go off into my little oasis of a spa and pretend I'm in a spa somewhere. But literally, by placing the hot towel, it will really open the pores, deep clean your skin, but it leaves the skin feeling really moisturised. But the smells of it are just divine. I do say so myself. They are absolutely divine. Jackie says, I use that moisturiser for that area, fab. Absolutely. And I'll be very honest, I haven't really used the moisturiser on my boob area, but from tonight, I'm on it.
Oh, yeah.
But I'll actually, and again, it's just a way of getting into that routine of taking that time to massage yourself and to, you know, like that, notice any changes, but make it a thing about firming up the skin, because I don't have very heavy lines here, but I can see them creeping in. So, and I always sleep on my side as well. So,
do you know a technique that to avoid the lines on the neck when you have a good cream like this? Because that's so oily when it reacts to the heat of your hands, right? What I would say to women is put your hands like this to your neck, so you can see what you're doing, and go right across.
Bringing it up like that, yeah.
And look what happens to your neck.
Yeah, straight away.
No, I'm not going up my jaw. I'm coming right back.
Side.
Yeah. And the same here. And then you see this part of your hands here?
Yeah.
The oil is on here, look.
Excellent.
I'm coming between.
Well, I can even feel that even without the cream on. It's.
Yeah. I'm coming between my jaw. So what you're doing when you have the cream is you're contouring. So I have this ball of my hand coming in between my jawline and my cheekbone. And I bring my skin here. When I'm doing my lines here, I bring it right back to here. I'm not going up. I'm coming back.
Back that way, yeah.
The back of my neck. So you're bringing your jawline. So hopefully I don't have a saggy chin yet.
Yeah.
There's a bit coming. But that's a technique I use to avoid the lines. And the same when you're using your hands to moisturize, right? The palm of your hand like that, down, and right down in the middle, and then across. And here's the technique. This is why I love your cream. I'm able to now massage. You have lymph nodes here.
Yeah.
You have them here across the breast, right? I'm able to now moisturize myself, but still do my lymph node work at night with the cream across my chest, and to avoid the lines. So it's absolutely brilliant.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Here are the lymph nodes. And you know something, when girls, as I said, it's all psychological. I mean, if not for Marilyn Joyce, that time in Athenry, in the Athenry surgery, Michael Joy, if not for that day that she said to me, you need to go for lymphatic drainage, I would probably be still in agony. I would never have learned the extra thing I've learned by working with my own clients now and how to be able to talk to them about getting it done. They have to, but you lose so much weight as well with lymphatic drainage because you're losing all that.
So it's like bonus on top of bonus. It's just like, but even when you're getting a massage in a salon, like I'm a trained beautician years and years ago, but when you're gonna, like, they're constantly using it to drain out lymph. Like that's what massage is completely lymphatic drainage. Yeah.
Yeah, and constantly, yeah. And it's, I think it needs to be talked about a lot more. But there you go. Women don't tend to take care of themselves first.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the thoughts of us saying we go for that, the lymphatic drainage, what am I going to get out of it?
Yeah.
Not going to be saying I'm going to lose weight, I go for that. So if you didn't say you're going to lose weight, well, you're going to protect your body. I know I'm running all day.
Yeah.
It's visual. So they have to find out what they're getting out of it. But I think because an awful lot more women have breast issues now, and the breast cancer, of course, is younger women nowadays, it's all about keeping an eye, keeping them moisture, and keeping them up.
Yeah.
Do you know?
I mean, it's win-win-win all the way. Like, but like as I said, this is why I was so keen to have you on this week, because as I told you, like I completely sold out of the body butter this week. It is back in stock at the moment, but it's going to be out of stock in a day or two again. But there's more on the way. But there's somebody buying this, but there's no point in buying this if you're not using it and you're not using it properly. And again, this is why I wanted to have you on so soon, is because by doing this, you know, people like, you know, you can't just lather it on and expect your lines to go or expect to look 20 years younger. You have to massage it in, and it has to be daily, and it has to be consistent to have something work. It's like a diet. If you don't stay on it, it's not going to work. If you do one day good and 6 days bad, it's not going to work. So it's continuous looking after yourself, moisturizing this into your skin. And I think the point you were making is this product really makes it a lot easier to use on it, because it doesn't dry.
It just glides. And I think I should tell them, don't do what I did. I put like the middle size of palm of my hand of oil in.
Yeah.
Like that. Sure, it was dripping off my hands.
Yeah, all the products are extremely rich, so you just need tons of amounts of them to do it. And we'll add more if you need it.
And massage it in, and I just use that amount and whatever. And it depends, like we're getting the good weather now, ladies, so we're going to be kind of showing an awful lot more.
We're getting everything back out again, and the bras will be going back on.
And they're moisturising their breasts. Just even women that have never had any issues with lymph nodes or whatever, you know, when you're moisturising your breast, make sure it's up under the arm, and then give under here a rub. Just give it a rub with the cream, and just keep trying, but hold your hand up and just keep giving it a rub. The difference it will make within a week to the breast and to the fluid retention in the top half of the body would be amazing. I'd say about 10 days. I noticed that because my lines were so dry, and we're all inside now. Of course, it's winter time. You would imagine my lines would be deeper. The heating's on. No, I tell you something, it softened them out. And that's why I don't believe in this carry on where they say miracle cream and miracle this and no. But as I said to Paula, she knows me, this is a miracle cream, because they're gone. They're gone. And I drink water. And
that's because I've had so many on to me as well going, you know, is this going to get rid of my lines? Because the wrinkles and lines come from dehydration. Like all around here, as we get older, we lose all the hydration in our skin, we lose elasticity, and that's why everything starts to drop down. So it's about putting it back in now that when it starts going, so that it doesn't lose as much. You're not going to stop lines and wrinkles. Water inside.
The body butter. And here's the thing. Someone said to me years ago, their laugh lines. I said, darling, they passed laugh lines about 20 years ago. They're hilarious lines. They're like,
I love them.
Like she must be laughing 24 hours of the day. But I always drink now and hydrate from the outside and drink lots of water from the inside.
Yeah.
I used to never drink the water, and then I got brain dehydration in 2010, and I collapsed, and they thought I was having a stroke. It was lack of water and hard work. And since that, I tell you the difference it makes when you have a good moisture on the outside and a good moisture on the inside, and this technique. This technique. Do you know what I mean? And laughing, sure, look at, they can stay hilarious lines, I don't care, but they're not as bad as they used. I'm tired now today. I'm up every single morning at around 5. And they talk about an insurrection in America. There's an insurrection here in this house every single day with 3-year-old twins. Trust me.
Yeah.
I have a whole new respect for my sister. She raised twins. I think they're 33 now, 34. I have a whole new respect for her. I don't know how she did it.
Well, and it's whatever having twins, because I know like that's a tough job, but I'm like yourself, I'm an older mum. I've got 2 babies under 5, at 48 as well. So it's a lot harder work than it was back when we were in our 20s and 30s trying to raise, because I had one when I was 16. So yeah, it is tough work. So we need all the help we can get.
That's why I said to Paula, my 30-minute thing at night time that I used, this sounds terrible, right? As my kids said, I used to be able to strip all in one go. Everything just came down, and the boots. And I remember my daughter saying to one of her friends, a body stood in all that there a few minutes ago. I melted, right? So my 30-minute routine at night time now, this is no lie. My 30-minute routine now is down to less than 5 minutes on my face and 10 minutes on the chest.
Yeah.
I would be 30 minutes like, I need this cream here. I need this cream here. I need this cleanser here. Now I need to tone it.
Yeah.
Since I've got your products, I cleanse, serum, bed. And
because serum is a moisturizer. Serum is a moisturizer and serum in one. So it's literally, you can dab it in around the eye area for your serum, under eye serum, and then you massage. And again, like that, when you're massaging, everything goes back upwards as well to try and re-lift everything back to where it should be.
What's that you're saying, to get the serum and just go in here like this, is it?
Yeah, just baby fingers can be very soft around the eye. That's the most delicate area there. Yeah. So
I get the serum, put it in my hand like
that. No, massage and upwards. Yeah, and take those few minutes out.
One of my friends actually messaged me the other night. I won't give her name, and I think I sent you the message, and it was like bath, music, something else, my spa treatments that I got, and then bed. And she was like having a full spa treatment in her own house, and lights, a candle's lit, she said. And the smell of it, Rona, is like, oh my God.
But that's why I call the brand journey, because everybody's on a journey, whether it's a cancer journey, whether it's a menopause journey, whether it's a stay-at-home mum journey, but we're all on different journeys every day. So it's about taking a few minutes out in your journey and preparing yourself for the next day and preparing yourself for the day that's coming, so that you can face that journey a little bit stronger and a little bit more about yourself and ready for it mentally.
And that's another thing I love, is that a lot of the patients that I see, or clients that I see, their skin is so sensitive. They can't even use a baby oil, let's say, that is on the market because there's aluminium in it.
Yeah.
They can't use that because of radiation, because it burns their skin. And this product, I am like so excited to be able to say to them, you know, I have like a very sensitive skin, extremely sensitive skin. And I couldn't believe, so I'm looking forward to be able to say to them, try that, even on your eyes, everywhere. I can't wait, because they come in and they're saying, oh, they're so dry after the radiation and this kind of thing, and they can't do that. I'm like, here, go, get that.
I will put in a little disclaimer there to say always patch test first, just on the side, but I have to say that for legal reasons. But I'm laughing. Jackie's here. She's having a spa treatment here on her menopause journey, feeling her own boobs. So we've got one person feeling their boobs already. So guys, if you're watching this on replay later on, do a hashtag replay in the comments. I am putting it to the people watching here tonight to go massage your boobs for the next week and send me a message, and I'll pass it on to Maureen about how have you seen an improvement, or how you're feeling after your week of boobing.
And if I have any questions, Rona, we can do these again where we can answer the questions. Hopefully we won't have as much difficulty getting in the next time.
Yeah, totally.
Questions, even on types of bras that they need to use, because there's different bras for different dresses and all that. So we can do a style time sorry. The bra is the most important thing to wear before you go styling. But inside that bra are two weapons. And they're a weapon against you and a weapon for you.
Yeah. So you got to look after them and treat those girls good. So go name your boobies, go look after them, and put them on your side. Maureen, thank you so much for taking the time out to talk to me tonight. I loved seeing you after all these years. It's been a long time since we spoke, so thank you so much. Thank you again for your article last week. It was amazing, and we will definitely do it. I think Jackie's just saying, I think we need to have a glass of wine the next time, have a good girly night out. We'll plan it, and we'll have a catch-up night then, maybe in a couple of weeks, and then any questions, and we'll see how everyone's getting on with their boobies at that stage. So
lovely. And you'll be doing this video, you've recorded it, so you'll be able to put it up on your
Please God, it'll have saved for me now. I'm hoping to God. I'm going to be very careful closing it up. And so listen, Maureen, thank you so much, and I will catch up with you soon. All right.
All right. Good night, and God bless you.
Good night.
Take care.
Stay safe. Bye.